going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we've got my February 20 team update. I'm finally content with my team, believe it or not. I don't think there's going to be too many more changes. There's been literally hundreds of changes over the past, week or so. It's crazy. But right now I'm very, very happy with it. I love the structure. You guys probably going to be thinking, Bruce at R2, you're psycho. Look, it's a risk I'm willing to take at this point. But anyway, let's get into it. So Lloyd, we'll be quick with it. So we know pretty much about all the primos, but Lloyd we think is going to average 105 to 115. I think without Dawson should have the role. Ridley, we don't really know what his role is going to be. Hopefully he's freed up by Jake Kelly coming in. That's what we sort of all assume, but we don't know for sure. So we need to wait and see in the Pracky match to see how he goes. Jaden Short should get all the kick-ins now that Hooley's gone. We know that. We do need to wait and see on him as well. Whitfield, I think, has the role. Should be playing wing or midfield. We don't know, one of the two, but should rack up plenty of the pill. I think, like I said in my last video, I think he was a bit injured last year, and his kicking efficiency went down, and I think he's one of the best kicks in the competition. So very uncharacteristic from him. I think he comes back and bounces back to that 105, 110 average. Sicily, a bit of a wild card. We don't know for sure what his role is. Similar to Ridley, he hasn't played in a year, so definitely a risk. But I think he's got the role. I think obviously Blake Hardwick's there taking kick-ins. I think Sicily gets the kick-ins back. I think he's a much better kick than Hardwick. So we'll wait and see. But at this point, that's what I assume. O'Driscoll apparently did really well in the intra-club. Freo, was apparently unsighted. Quote. So that's not too good. And then Dean, I think he's going to play. We don't know. We just have to wait and see with all the rookies. Mccrae got a great starting fixture, all at home basically. Just a beast anyway. Even if he was playing all the way, I'd probably still pick him at that price. He's just a lock for M1, 2 or 3. And same with Steele, just an absolute gun. New holding the ball rule should affect him and impact him a little bit better than what he did last year. So yeah, I love Steele, and I think he's ready to break into that 700k bracket. Neil, very underdone last year, obviously, and he's underpriced this year because of it. And I think, it seems like he's back to his Brownlow best from all reports, training the house down. Dane Zorko came out today and said he's, fitter than ever, which means he's fitter than his Brownlow year. So maybe better average than his Brownlow year. I doubt it, 134 average, but he could be M1, and I'm honestly expecting him to be M1 or 2. With as great as Mccrae and Steele are, Neil in 2020 was just a different breed of stat padding, and just, yeah, he was just a goat for SuperCoach. Mccrae apparently looked really good all pre-season, so yeah, I'm pretty happy to take the risk on him. The upside is tremendous, obviously, and yeah, I just really like the look of him, and I think he's got something to prove this year after the down year last year. But yeah, he's a gun. 260 SuperCoach in the TAC Cup or something ridiculous. So yeah, Real. I know it's not TAC Cup, but he's a jet, and he's not just gonna be average in the AFL. It's just not who he is. So anyway, Horn Francis and Dacos. So Horn Francis, we don't know too much about his role, but looked really good in the North Inter Club. To be fair, it is a North Inter Club, not the highest standard of football, but I think he's ready for the AFL, and I think he's ready to play midfield. North have got some good mids in there. LDU and Simpkin, Cunnington obviously not playing, but yeah, they got good mids in there. So for him to be apparently dominating them, that's a very, very positive sign. And then Dacos, don't know too much about his role. Apparently going to be a bit of an outside player. I think they look for him a little bit, and obviously the whole hype around him is pretty crazy. So yeah, I think he'll score well. Not just because of the hype, but I think Collingwood will look for him a bit to exit defence, and apparently he's going to play a little bit of mid-time as well. There's plenty of space in that midfield for him to fit in. I think he probably doesn't get too many CBAs, but maybe a wing defending role, similar to a Lockie Whitfield, I think. Josh Ward and Erasmus, don't know too much about him, but apparently they're really good and showing signs to play round 1. Stevens, Mead, and Seatsis, I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, just placeholders for now. Could change, don't know too much about him. Grundy, so Grundy, out of the 3 of the primos, I think he has the safest role. We know that really there's no one to take his ruck time off him. He should ruck all day, and that's why I pick him over Gawn and Grundy, Gawn and Darcy. Darcy, the injury concern is worrying me a little bit. He got hurt a few weeks ago, and for a player over 650k or whatever he is, around over 600k, to have any injury or niggle in the preseason, I don't like it at all. We saw it with Neil a few years ago. And yeah, I don't like the idea of that. I know, Darcy played in the inter club and whatever, he got through fine. but it seems like he's going to have a lot of niggle injuries throughout the year, and I don't want to take the risk on that. When I can take the risk on this guy here, Braden Bruce. So Bruce is a great option. He's not a premium, so we don't actually need him to average that ton. We just need him to average, the 70 to 80 mark and make us a bit of money. The only problem with Bruce is because we don't have that R3. If he does get injured or he does miss games, it's probably going to mean we're going to need to trade a premium out just to swap him to a Gorn, which I don't like the idea of. But that is why I have 6 primo forwards, well, not primo forwards, but 6, forward keepers potentially. And that's my backup plan. It's going to cost me 2 trades. Yes, it will hurt. But the upside, if that doesn't happen, is off its freaking head. Like, if I have him R2 and he plays every game and he actually does ruck and averages 100 plus maybe, that is a huge advantage over the competition. Everyone's going to have him on the bench or not have him at all. But yeah, I really like the risk with Bruce, and it just helps structure so much. Led me to get a Sicily and get someone, a rookie off the bench. So yeah, really, really love how it affects my structure, and yeah, like I said, it's a risk I'm willing to take. Dunkley, now people are saying Dunkley's a lock. In my opinion, he's not a lock. I need to see his role first in the preseason. If he doesn't play midfield and doesn't get CBAs, he's out of my team. Simple as that. We saw what his scoring is like without the CBAs, and he struggles a bit, and rightfully so. I mean, they got so many midfielders in there, but I think at his best, he's one of their best mids. Averaged 130 in the first few rounds of last year before he got injured, and that's the risk I'm not willing to take if he does go massive, and I don't have him. It's going to hurt too much. I'm going to bleed by too many points, and at this point, it's sort of like an equalizer to other teams. But yeah, I really like Dunkley. Like, he's one of my favorite players. It's a shame, if he went to Essendon, I think he gets all the mid time in the world. And yeah, but the Bulldogs, it's tough. It's really tough. DeGoey, looks like he's going to play a 50-50 split, but I think when push comes to shove, he plays midfield. I think they've got a lot of inexperienced mids in there, like Lipinski, Dacos, if he plays. Maynard apparently is going to get a run in there. Mccrae. So I think they've got one of the weakest midfields in the competition. And I think if they start getting dominant, I think DeGoey goes straight back in there, and he's a bull in the contest. So yeah, I think he'll play more mid than forward. A lot of people are expecting him to do the opposite, but I think, like I said, when the season actually starts, I think he'll be in the middle. He's a great midfielder. Saw his scoring once he moved into the midfield last year and was really, really good. Heaney, from all reports, he's going to play midfield. Callum Mills got told by John Longmire, or we got told by John Longmire that Mills was going to play mid last year. He did. Boosted his average up by quite a bit. And I think Heaney's ready to do the same. Longmire said he's going to play mid. So hopefully he gets to 600k. I mean, as long as he stays in the park, he should be good. And I think he's really ready to break into that Uber premium status, especially as a forward. He's got the same sort of prototype as Christian Petrarca and Dangerfield. I think he's ready. Honestly, like, it's only a matter of time before he explodes. And I think this is the year. Butters looked really good at the intra club. I was very, very sold on him. He just oozes class, so slick with the ball, great handballs. Really like the look of Butters. And the only thing I'm worried about him is about Ken Hinkley, and we know how Ken Hinkley and Leon Cameron can change roles and really screw up our Supercoach teams. So yeah, that's the only concern with Butters, and obviously the injury. But like I said, we've got 35 trades. We have a couple of injuries. It's really not the end of the world. Gresham played in the intra club, St Kilda the other day, and played predominantly midfield, which is a very, very good sign for him. I think he's an absolute jet. He's got potential to be, a sole midfielder, honestly. They've got Crouch and Steele. That's pretty much it after that. All the other midfielders are pretty useless, to be honest. So I think Gresham can be that solid M3 at St Kilda. And yeah, he's a jet. Apparently Billings is playing forward as well, so even better for Gresham. Cogs, not much to say about him. Apparently going to play 80% mid, so lock. Probably average 100 if he's fully fit and he has the role. Leon Cameron screwed his role, played him full forward one game. Like, what was he thinking? Anyway, we're not going to talk about why Leon Cameron should be sacked. That can be another video. But yeah, forwards, don't know too much about Kelly or Parker. Hopefully they play. If they don't, we'll change them. But yeah, really like the structure of this team. Really, really like it. It just frees up so many rookies that would be, scoring poorly. I can just get them off the field. So that's my sort of logic with it. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.